Is volunteering for you? How do you find an organization that you'd like to work with? Let's talk about volunteering. Welcome back, everybody, to The Art of Doing, where we seek to inspire you to practice doing new and different things, discover new passions, and explore new curiosities. If this is the first time to the channel, I'd love for you to consider giving us a subscription. Give us a like, share this with your friends, hit that notification bell so you'll always be informed when we have new content coming out. Today I want to talk a little bit about volunteering. So I was talking with a friend of mine that moved out to Big Sky Country a couple of years ago, and I was catching up with him, just asking him what he was into, and he was telling me he's working with this great organization that worked with adaptive athletes and veterans, getting them out, doing a bunch of different programs, getting them out on the mountain, getting them out on the water, and it was amazing. It sounded amazing, and I started asking him, how did you get involved with this organization? And it made me realize that there were so many different ways to volunteer with so many great organizations and so many different things to discover for yourself in the way of volunteering. And just that I was curious how he ever got to be connected with such a great organization made me realize there was a little bit of gap in my understanding of how to volunteer, where to volunteer, what you could do to volunteer. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about it. I know that there's some great benefits to volunteering. There's the great social aspect, getting out and being involved with your community, meeting new people, meeting new friends, building interpersonal skills. I was listening to a great podcast, actually by a subscriber, Dave Clinton. He's got a podcast named The Art of Living. It's a great name. I'll link to his stuff down in the description. And he was saying that the more you can be around people that inspire you and be exposed to new conversations and new topics, the more you are growing in your own self and expanding your own horizons, and can only be good for yourself. And this is something that you would gain from volunteering. It doesn't sound like when you say volunteer, you're giving of yourself, but there is a lot that you can gain back. You also get a great mental boost from volunteering. You've got a great sense of self-accomplishment that you're not going to get from going to work, doing your regular activities. This is something new, and just by breaking your routine, exposing yourself to something new, and trying some new things, you get this great release of dopamines, a nice reward for this accomplishment. You're going to be gaining some great new experience that you wouldn't have otherwise, and possibly learning some new skills. Part of the trick of volunteering is these organizations that could really use your help aren't usually out there with the advertising dollars trying to let you know that they could use your help. So a lot of times it's going to be up to you to try to find these people. You can keep your ear to the ground and hear of places that could use some volunteers. Maybe you have a friend of yours, or in a conversation with a new person, you find out that they're involved with an organization that uses some volunteers. Or you could go out and try to find some. You could hit your local church, your community. Community newspapers are a great place. But even more than that, you could find a skill that you would like to develop. For instance, I did a video on meditation recently. I'll throw a link to that up above, and I'll throw a link down in the description for you. But if you were looking to get more into meditation and were inspired to do so but weren't sure how to go about it, you could look up on the internet meditation volunteering near me, and that would bring up tons of responses of places that have volunteers or could use volunteers. And by volunteering with them, you could get some experience with meditation, hopefully possibly learn a lot from it, and get that feeling of helping out your community or helping out fellow mankind. You could very easily Google or look up on the internet any topic, kayaking volunteering, skydiving volunteering, or just community volunteering, homelessness volunteering. Basically, any number of organizations would love the help, and the amount that you are giving is going to get paid back to you in great dividends that you're probably not aware of are out there. But if you'd like to find more information on my friend out in Montana and his organization, you can look up organizations that deal with adaptive athletes and veterans. I'm sure you'd be able to find some good information on them. Like I said, a friend of mine's got a great podcast. I'll link to that below. And I'd love to hear if you've done any volunteering in the past and any good advice you have for people to find good avenues to volunteer. Thanks for being with me. As always, let's practice compassion, let's practice kindness, and let's practice humility. And thank you for spending your time with me to practice the art of doing. Click the subscribe up there. Some good videos to watch over here. Thanks, everybody.